Welcome. Thanks. Sup?
Exactly.
Yo, Sachan. You drinking by yourself?
Yeah, isn't it pathetic? Sit down and help me save what's left of my pride.
Huh? Everything alright?
Well, you could say some stuff's happened.
Oh, okay. I get it. Was there trouble over at the club you run?
Didn't I tell you I taught the girls how to run the place? Trouble's non-existent over there.
Well, I know, but with Nonomiya-san gone, you're steering this boat all by yourself. Must be hard. I know for me it would be.
That's very perceptive of you. It's true there's been some small issues here and there, but I've been handling them just fine. That's not what's bothering me.
Then what is?
It's my sister, Nanoha.
What's going on with her? Something happen?
Remind me, how much did I tell you about my family while we were drinking the other night?
You said you were too controlling when it came to Nanoha and your dad. Eventually there was a big fight and you left home. That was 7 or 8 years ago.
And did I tell you the reason for that fight?
Yeah, it was because you told Nanoha to break up with some chump. The boyfriend with the consulting firm?
Okay, so I spilled all the beans. Anyway, his name's Katsuragawa, and apparently they're still together.
Damn. Longer relationship than I've ever been in.
If he wasn't so damn annoying, I might let this go. But Katsuragawa's a criminal. He's even been seen going in and out of Seiryu Clan HQ. Not to mention, he's dangerous and walks around with his own personal posse. He used to run with a biker gang. I mean, I've heard nothing but bad rumors about him since I left home.
Nanoha really knows how to pick him, huh?
Shut up. I've got some girls from the club looking into him right now. I hope they can find out more. Trying really hard not to worry here since I can't do anything but wait.
So that's why you're drinking away your troubles in here.
Yeah, well. Now that I've talked to you about it, I feel a bit better. Maybe I'll skip the next round.
Oh, let's not start talking crazy now.
Hello, Kasuga-san. I must say this place is quite comfortable.
Yeah, ain't it? Also, seriously, man, how's a guy make drinking alone look so cool? Guess it's easy when you're as handsome as you.
That's kind of you to say. Why don't you let me buy you a drink?
Yo, for real? Hey, now you're speaking my language, man.
You certainly are a mysterious one, Kasuga-san. Sunghui speaks highly of you as well. I dare say it makes me jealous.
Oh, come on. Speaking of, have you been with her long? You've got this butler and lady of the house thing going on.
It's only been 3 years since I was brought into the Komijul. I can't say it's been long.
No shit.
Up until then, I was with a group called the Jingon Mafia. I was their leader's body double.
Body double? You mean like a decoy? Just like the real thing?
Indeed. If my master was ever targeted by our enemies, I was to be killed in his place. That was my duty.
I didn't figure people still did that kind of stuff. Wait, does that mean your face is...
An imitation, yes. What you see is a result of large-scale plastic surgery. But I'll have you know my previous face was rather handsome as well. A shame not a single picture of it exists anymore.
Really? Out the window then, huh?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
So that means Junki Han isn't your real name either, right? What's your real name then?
Surely we're not that close yet, are we?
Come on. First step in becoming friends is calling each other by name, right?
Well, isn't this awkward? I'm afraid I'm the type to want a bit more distance with people.
That how it was with the Jingon Mafia? From the name, I'm guessing it was some sort of Korean Yakuza-like thing?
Weren't you once a member of the Tojo clan, Kasuga-san? I'm surprised you've never heard of the Jingon Mafia.
I was in the clink for a long time.
The Jingon Mafia and the Tojo clan clashed in the 1980s, long before you were serving time.
The 80s? Dude, that's 40 years ago. I was just a baby back then. Doubt I even had hair.
Yes, I had yet to be born myself. Regardless, early in the decade, the Tojo clan attacked the Jingon Mafia and massacred a great number of them. Around 30 or so.
30?
Back then, Kamurocho was the most sought-after territory in all of Asia. I've heard the conflicts for control were rather intense. The Tojo clan was incredibly strong, and they made sure it was a well-known fact.
Still, to off 30 of them is...
To get their revenge, the Jingon Mafia main arm in Korea sent even more members to Japan, some of them as undercover agents. But deception is a tricky business, and all who could not strike at the heart of the Tojo clan were considered failures and forbidden from returning. In the end, those that couldn't carry out the mission were abandoned and left without any place to go. One of them happened to be my father.
Then, you were born here, in Japan.
Yes, but be that as it may, I don't recall being welcomed here. I wasn't even accepted by any Korean communities either. My family was treated like slime and kicked out from wherever we went. We came to be called the Stray Jingon Mafia, running away whenever we were discovered.
Slimes who run away, huh? If you're slimes who run away, the reason they chase you is because you're worth tons of experience.
I get it. You're into video games, aren't you, Kasuga?
Yeah, I played a lot as a kid.
Well, you might be surprised to learn I am too. We should talk shop sometime.
Hell yeah! So, what happened to the Stray Jingon after that?
Enter the 21st century, the winter of 2006. Around the time I turned 20, the Jingon Mafia from the mainland made an all-out assault against the Tojo clan. But even as that happened, the stray Jingon Mafia received not a word of warning. We were left completely in the dark. Our fathers were entirely forgotten by the countrymen that sent them here.
You don't say. I might know a guy who could sympathize with that.
Oh?
Yeah, he's right in front of you. I got tossed out by my family and locked up for 18 years.
Oh, that's right. That must be why I can't bring myself to hate you, Kasuga-san.
So, what happened to the Jingon's big all-out attack?
Despite their careful planning, they were ultimately crushed by the Tojo clan. Ironically, those that survived came from all over to join those of us in the stray Jingon Mafia. It was a miserable sight. Both sides cut off from home and left with no choice but to band together in the social sewer of a country that wasn't theirs.
Sounds like you struggled. Wouldn't know it from looking at you, though.
I could say the same to you.
Yeah, finally starting to warm up to me?
It would seem so. I haven't been acting much like myself today. I had a great time drinking with you, Kasuga-san. I truly mean that.
So whatever happened to the real Junki Han? What's he up to now?
He revived the Jingon Mafia roughly 3 years ago, and at that time had taken over a considerable portion of Kamurocho. But he was shot in the head and killed. I was absent at the time.
And it all came crashing down, huh? Wait, then that means... Can't you use your real name now? Why keep up the body double thing? You're not trying to become the real Jungi Han, are you?
Who can say? But that's none of your concern, is it, Kasuga-san? Or am I wrong?
Nah, you got me there.
Farewell.
Guess he's not the type to open up so easily. I'll just have to keep drinking with him. Hey, Namba. You good?
Oh, Ichiban. Perfect timing. Guess you could already tell, but yeah. I've got to get something off my chest. You got a sec?
Oh, you bet your ass I got a sec. That's what being a bro is all about. And you and I are totally bros. You know that, right?
Suppose so. You're kinda nuts, but I guess that's what I like about you.
I'll take that. So lay it on me.
Promise you won't tell a soul?
Yeah, cross my heart.
Okay, so... Last night I had a hankering for a nightcap, so I dragged my ass down here. But it was late, the bartender wasn't around. And so I'm sitting here all by myself. And I start thinking, what would be the harm in helping myself to a small pour? Just a shot, really. Figured I could pay it back later, you know? That's when I see it. An unopened legend malt, shining in the dark like it had my name on it.
What's a legend malt?
A super high-end whiskey. The king of kings. One glass is at least 10 grand.
Get out of here.
I know, right? I couldn't dream of buying a shot, much less a glass. But I figured a drop would be okay.
They don't exactly sell it by the drop, dude.
Well, you're right. But I took one anyway, because who was gonna stop me? I poured just a drop onto my hand. And when that sweet honey touched my tongue, I went straight to heaven.
It was that good?
Best whiskey I've ever had in my life. A taste that I felt through my whole body. A fruity aroma that I can still smell if I try. I'm telling you, it was pure magic. All my cares just melted away.
It's really that good? They don't call it the legend for nothing, huh?
Yep. Packs a legendary punch, too. Next thing I know, I'm staring down an empty bottle.
Wait. Don't tell me you drank it all?
I did. Guess I blacked out or something. But the fact remains, I downed at least 100 grand worth of whiskey.
What'd the bartender say?
You think I actually told him? What's he gonna do, hand me a bill that'll never get paid? What I did instead was I found the nearest mini-mart, grabbed the cheapest whiskey I could find, and replaced it.
Wait, so the whiskey in the Legend Malt bottle right now is...
Horse piss. To the brim.
Dude, someone's gonna find out eventually, you know?
I know. Why do you think I'm so stressed out? So come on, Kuska. What would you do if you were me?
If it were me, I'd... Let's see. If anything, I'd stay calm and let things play out.
Well, how is that gonna solve anything?
Think about it. Drinking whiskey like that was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, right?
Well, yeah.
And whatever's in that bottle won't get discovered for a while. So why panic about it now? If you stay calm about it, I'm sure you'll eventually stumble on a solution.
That's weirdly reassuring, but also vague.
I'm telling you, don't sweat it. Things are gonna work out.
Okay, I'll sit on it for a bit. I knew you were the guy to ask.
Well, if it isn't my two favorite vagabonds. Why are you two not drinking?
We were just figuring out some life stuff.
Without me? At least you saved me a seat.
Of course we did. Shall we?
I'm in the mood for something special today, and I know this place has some killer whiskey.
You want whiskey?
Yeah, there a problem?
Not exactly a problem.
Good. I was thinking we could do something fancy for once.
You don't mean...
Bartender, I'll take a 12-year-old silver malt on the rocks.
You sure? It's 1,500 yen a glass.
What? A girl can't reward herself every now and again?
Oh, thank God.
We're gonna shit our pants every time someone orders a whiskey now, aren't we?
No doubt about that.
Yo, Adachi-san.
Hey, Kasaga, let's have a drink. On me today, huh?
On you? You win the lottery or something?
Nah, I'm just feeling good because for once, I've got some money left over after sending Takashi his allowance, so... Bartender, give me something dirt cheap and kerosene strong.
I'm glad you were able to get some money to Takashi-kun.
Same here. And look what I got today. It's a letter from Takashi. I always look forward to these.
Good shit. Did you read it already?
Nope, I was just about to open it. Let's, hope it says something about him passing the bar, huh?
Well, let's see what it says.
Dear Yamada-san, thank you so much for sending money again this month. What's with the laugh?
That name. Yamada-san.
Nothing I can do about it now. The kid knows me as a rich fucker named Yamada. Anyway, let me keep reading. I've been pretty busy with this year's bar on the horizon.
Oh, so bar exams are coming up, huh?
Yep, I'm counting on him to pass this year. Give my wallet a break.
What else did he say?
I know it's sudden, Yamada-san, but I have a favor to ask you. The other day when I was riding my bike, I accidentally scraped the bumper of a parked car. Apparently it was a really expensive car, and now the owner is demanding 1,000,000 yen to cover the repair. I don't have that kind of money, not even close. Yamada-san, do you think I might be able to borrow it from you? I'll promise to pay you back after I become a lawyer. Holy shit.
1 million to fix a bumper?
How am I supposed to come up with that? And what does Takashi get off asking for such a huge favor?
You say that, but doesn't Takashi-kun think you're some rich philanthropist?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true, but shit. What's the real me supposed to do now?
If it were me, I'd be honest and tell Takashi-kun I'm broke as shit.
But why the hell would Yamada suddenly not be rich anymore?
Oh, every day someone finds out the rich guy they know doesn't actually have any money. Happens all the time.
Yeah, and then they start calling you Big Popper, not Big Papa.
Well, I say you tell him. Come clean and get yourself out of this.
Wow, you are one honest guy. But trust me, the rest of us aren't like you. So, I need 1 million yen. Shit, where do I even start?
Wait, hold on.
What's up?
We were both surprised about the cost. 1 million is just way too much for a simple bumper fix.
Hell yeah. I mean, you can buy a whole car for that much. A cheap one, but still.
I'd say there's a pretty good chance this is a scam.
A scam?
Yeah, some con man probably parked his car in a road that was too narrow, then waited for some poor sucker to come by and scrape the car. Once that happens, the con man throws a fit and guilt trips the victim into paying.
Damn. You know, you might be right, as fucked up as that is. And it wouldn't surprise me if Takashi fell for it. I mean, he studies so much he probably doesn't know much about the real world. And most likely he knows jack shit about cars as well.
So how about this? You meet up with the owner of the car in person. Say you want to settle out of court.
Yeah, and if we catch him in a lie, we give him what he deserves. This guy'll be sorry he ever saw Takashi. I like the way you think, Kasuga. Glad I read you that letter.
Happy to help.
I'll write Takashi back and ask for the car owner's contact info. Yeah, we'll see what's what. Man, I really thought I was in a tight spot for a minute there.
Well, we're not out of the woods just yet.
You think I'm celebrating too early?
There's some high-end, classy as shit cars out there on the road. I mean, limited edition luxury sports cars go for hundreds of millions. And if Takashi-kun really did scrape a car, and it was one of those, then I don't doubt the repair would cost $1 million.
Yeah, but come on. When was the last time you saw a luxury car around here? It's gotta be a scam. No doubt about it.
I'm just saying, don't get ahead of yourself.
Ahead of myself? I'm just trying to stay positive. Now, how about we drown those worries of yours with a drink? Bartender, pour us a couple tall ones. Put it on my tab.